from the station that's on your side. This is Channel 7 News Midday.
Well, hello and welcome to Channel 7 News Midday. Today is Tuesday, November 23rd. I'm Elicia Dover. In your news today, police have arrested a man in connection to the tragic parade incident in Wisconsin. What charges he is facing in court today? We have that story coming up. But first, let's check in with meteorologist Melinda Mayo for a look at the forecast. Hey, Melinda.
Hi, Alicia. Good morning to everybody at home. It has been a nice morning. We're going to roll right into a really pleasant afternoon. Mostly sunny skies will continue, and we're actually going to get a little bit warmer than we did yesterday. So let's check it out. Temperatures are starting to warm up with all that sun, and that's a look off of Hot Springs Mountain over there, West Mountain in Hot Springs, I should say, in Garland County. It's so pretty out there. 52 degrees now. South wind at 9. Yesterday we only got to the mid-50s for highs, and I think we'll quickly see that past today as we go up near 60 degrees for a high. So even though we started out a little chillier, we're actually going to end it a bit warmer. But most important thing, just sunny and nice and quiet weather. If you're going out tonight, take a good jacket along because those temperatures fall quickly as the sun goes down. But all sunny skies today, and a lot of people maybe hitting the road early for Thanksgiving today. Looks good either direction you go. But we will have to talk about some rain that moves in here between now and Thanksgiving. Sunny skies, enjoy that. 60 degrees for a high today and tonight down to 40. Coming up though, we'll give you the timing of that Thanksgiving rain and when you should expect it.
We begin this morning with a top story on our website with the latest information on the tragedy in Wisconsin. The driver accused of plowing his vehicle through a holiday parade in Wisconsin, killing 5 people and injuring at least 40 others, will make his first court appearance today. ABC's Faith Abubey has the new details we're learning about that deadly incident in Waukesha.
Police have identified this man, Garth Brooks, as the suspect who turned a holiday celebration in Waukesha, Wisconsin, into this deadly scene of horror Sunday night. The 39-year-old suspect will face a judge today on at least 5 counts of first-degree intentional homicide. 5 people died, more than 3 dozen others were injured when police say Brooks used his maroon SUV to smash through barricades and barreled into the parade crowd.
I literally saw roughly 10 people bounce off of that car, and you could hear thud, 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 thud as he drove through that. And you could hear it, which is a sound I'll never forget.
The panic and confusion at the scene caught on social media videos.
That was the worst thing I've ever seen in my life. That was the worst thing I've ever seen in my life.
Police say the Waukesha incident
maroon Ford Escapes is blue heading into the parade road
is the second time this month that Brooks allegedly used his vehicle as a weapon. Just 20 days ago, he was arrested for using what appears to be the same red SUV to run over the mother of his child. He walked out of jail this past Friday after posting a $1,000 bond. Meanwhile, anger and sorrow in the community as the victims are remembered. Loved ones joining hundreds for a vigil. Ryan Conkey says his niece Jocelyn is among the victims still hospitalized.
She took direct impact from the car. I feel like she's gonna fight no matter what. And right now we're just looking towards the positive.
And police haven't released a motive other than to say they believe Brooks was fleeing a domestic incident involving a knife, but officers were not chasing him at the time. In Washington, Faith Abubey, ABC News.
Happening now, a Conway pediatric COVID-19 vaccine clinic. It started at 9:30 this morning, and it goes until 5 o'clock tonight at the Faulkner County Health Unit on North Creek Drive. Children ages 5 to 11 are eligible. The vaccine is available for no out-of-pocket expense. You're asked to bring an insurance card if you have one. An Arkansas judge holding a trial to decide whether to strike down a state law he temporarily blocked in August, which bans mask mandates by schools and other government entities. The trial commenced on Monday. Among those who testified was Arkansas Secretary of Health, Dr. Jose Romero. He told the court that school districts that implemented mask mandates saw a 25% reduction in COVID cases among both students and adults. Little Rock Superintendent Michael Poore also testifying, saying LRSD more frequently transitioned to virtual learning without a mask mandate than with one. Attorney General Leslie Rutledge is defending the law. All parties have until December 10th to submit post-trial briefs. Then Judge Tim Fox will make a ruling. At least 30 states, including Arkansas, are seeing a rise in COVID cases of at least 10% over the past 2 weeks. As Channel 7's Jeané Franseen reports, that trend is concerning for medical professionals as Thanksgiving approaches.
I don't know how people don't understand that COVID is a thing and it's a real thing. I think most people probably accept that COVID is here, but they feel invincible to it.
To the point where mask wearing is becoming a thing of the past.
People are tired of wearing the mask and want to get back to their normal activities. And so the problem is there is still COVID out there, and we start having different variants, and so they are starting to now cause breakthrough cases even in vaccinated people.
Those breakthrough cases are the reason medical professionals, including PACE, urge you to get the booster shot.
One of the most important things now is to get a booster shot. And so whether you've had the Pfizer, the Moderna, or the Johnson & Johnson vaccine, it's especially important for those people over 75 to get a booster shot because they are at highest risk for developing severe complications of even just getting COVID.
And as COVID cases rise in at least 30 states, including Arkansas, you may want to consider an extra layer of protection before you gather around your loved ones for Thanksgiving.
CDC has last week approved for anybody over 18 to get a booster shot, and we've seen that here at the pharmacy that people are starting to have those breakthrough cases that haven't had their booster shot.
Jeané Franseen, Channel 7 News.
Jeané, thank you. Children ages 5 to 11 who have started their vaccine series are not fully vaccinated until 2 weeks post their second shot. In the meantime, health officials say that they should continue to wear masks and practice hand hygiene. North Little Rock police issuing a felony warrant for 50-year-old Umbelo Daniels in the case of a Monday morning bank robbery. Take a look now at your screen. Investigators say that Daniels is suspected of walking into the U.S. Bank on Riverfront Place around 9:30 yesterday morning and passing a note to a bank employee demanding money. He was given that undisclosed amount of cash, then walked away from the bank. Police say that Daniels may drive a black 2017 Dodge Ram pickup truck with a Montana license plate. Anyone with more information on this case or Daniels' location is asked to contact the North Little Rock Police Department. Attorney General Leslie Rutledge announced that her office is suing a Fort Smith woman for allegedly exploiting senior citizens. Christy Weems of Fort Smith was employed as a home health aide to provide non-medical and home health care for seniors. The lawsuit alleges that Weems took advantage of her clients by making multiple unauthorized purchases and cash withdrawals with their debit and credit cards, totaling over $13,000. Weems faces civil penalties of up to $10,000 per violation. Arkansans may see 2 recreational marijuana proposals on their November 2022 ballot. 2 different groups are gathering petition signatures in hopes of getting their ballot titles approved by the Election Commission. The first proposal filed was by Arkansas True Grass, while the most recent proposal filed was by the Arkansans for Marijuana Reform Group. Both would allow adults 21 and older to use and possess marijuana, although they differ from each other, including how many plants an adult can grow.
We're going to completely revamp the medical and add adult use and just make it a better program that I think everyone in Arkansas can get behind and be proud of.
Well, to make it onto the ballot, more than 89,000 petition signatures will need to be collected, and the state's election commission will have to approve the ballot titles. Arkansas has sold almost 67,000 pounds of medical marijuana since the industry came online in May of 2019, with the state collecting just under $45 million in sales tax. Most of the tax revenue is placed in the UAMS National Cancer Designation Trust Fund. There are 37 active medical marijuana dispensaries in the state, and more than 78,000 Arkansans hold active patient cards. The Relief Center dispensary in Bentonville is the medical marijuana sales leader in the state, with more than 7,000 pounds sold. Well, new this morning, Garth Brooks is heading to Arkansas. The country artist announcing he will perform at Donald W. Reynolds Razorback Stadium in Fayetteville. It's going to happen on Saturday, April 23rd. Rain or shine, the artist will put on a show as the #1 selling solo artist in U.S. history. Tickets go on sale Friday, December 3rd at 10 a.m. Prices start at $77. There is an 8-ticket limit per household. Well, still ahead today on Midday, Thanksgiving travels already starting today. Going to check back in with Melinda to see what temps you can expect for your holiday weekend. Stay with us.
Weather Cams, sponsored by Middleton Heat and Air. From the weather team with the most experience, this is Channel 7 meteorologist Melinda Mayo.
And the time now is 11:43. Good morning to you. Let me show you a tool we're going to be using over the next couple of days as the airports get really busy. And this is for tomorrow morning when the planes are green. It's not showing any delays expected because of weather. We get to tomorrow afternoon, though, and there will be rain to the west and north of us along the front that will be here Thanksgiving Day. And it starts to show areas like Dallas and towards St. Louis, maybe with some minor delays, but headed east to Atlanta, looking good even then. Friday coming back home looks good as well. It's Thanksgiving morning that we've got the rain chance, so hopefully everybody is at their destination by then. Or if you are just driving, a road trip Thanksgiving Day, it will be light morning rain you'll have to deal with. 57 for a high on Thanksgiving, so kind of cloudy and cool even after the rain leaves. Let's talk about today, though. Sunshine, and it's going to be a little bit warmer this afternoon. 52 degrees to start out the morning. We've got 50s across most locations, a few 40s over into eastern Arkansas. And here's a look into the metro to see where you guys are, like at Conway, 55 degrees. Benton and Bryant also at 55, and down at Pine Bluff, 54 degrees for you folks. And we're going to get to highs about 5 degrees warmer than we are right now, right up around 60 degrees. Sunny all the way through tonight, clear as well until I think we get to the overnight, and we'll start to see some clouds move in. But if you're going out tonight to dinner or maybe look at some Christmas lights, they're already on. It will be chilly, dropping down through the 40s, so take a jacket along. Tomorrow, the warmest day of the week and the warmest day to come for a while, even with clouds moving in. If you are hitting the road tomorrow, the clouds are just that. They're not rain. We're going to see that move in, though, Wednesday night late in western Arkansas, and then continuing through the morning hours on Thursday. Look at what it does to temperatures for Friday. Highs only around 50 degrees, so Friday morning quite chilly as early morning shoppers are out there. So first of all, tomorrow the clouds will start to increase. Could be a sprinkle of rain in western Arkansas earlier in the day, but this is 10 o'clock Wednesday night, and we'll be tracking these showers as they move in, kind of scattered at first, and then they start to form in a little bit more of a line in the overnight hours. So this is stopped at 5 o'clock. Thanksgiving morning, there is rain coming through. The good news is it doesn't last real long. By lunchtime or even before lunch, most of that has exited the state. So the afternoon looks mainly dry. So it doesn't rain all your Thanksgiving out, and we go back to sunshine on Friday, but quite chilly. There's a look at the amounts we'll see. It's not a ton, less than a ½ inch for most of the state, maybe a little bit more in northwest Arkansas. So today's high around 60 degrees. Enjoy that sunshine. Tomorrow it'll go away as the clouds return, and we'll drop back down to the 40s as we head into the afternoon hours, and we're going to see those temperatures warming up, but just to 50 degrees by Friday. All right, we'll be back with more Midday Arkansas after this.
Welcome back. Jury deliberations are expected to begin in the trial of the 3 men accused of killing Ahmaud Arbery. Lawyers presenting their closing arguments, painting a very different version of what happened that day. ABC's Morgan Norwood has the latest from Brunswick, Georgia.
A nearly all-white jury will soon decide the fate of the 3 white men accused of murdering Ahmaud Arbery, a 25-year-old unarmed black man. The prosecution with the final word to the panel today, firing back at the defense's closing argument that Gregory and Travis McMichael acted in self-defense after claiming Arbery tried to overpower the younger McMichael and take his gun.
You can't start it and claim self-defense. And they started this.
The defendants, Travis McMichael, his father Gregory McMichael, and a neighbor, William Roddy Bryan Jr., are all accused of being the aggressors, chasing and killing Ahmaud Arbery. They pleaded not guilty. Both sides spending hours summing up their case, painting wildly different narratives of what they believe the evidence shows.
They made their decision to attack Ahmaud Arbery in their driveways because he was a black man running down the street.
You are allowed to defend yourself. you are allowed to use force that is likely to cause death or serious bodily injury if you believe it's necessary. At that moment, Travis believed it was necessary.
The three men are hoping jurors believe they were trying to make a citizen's arrest under a now repealed Georgia citizen's arrest law. The defense calling Arbery a recurring intruder, even though he was never seen stealing anything.
Turning Ahmaud Arbery into a victim after the choices that he made does not reflect the reality of what brought Ahmaud Arbery to Satilla Shores.
The father of Ahmaud Arbery believes justice will be served, saying the facts speak for itself.
The evidence is overwhelming. Ain't no way we can't get justice.
The prosecution did agree to reduce William Roddy Bryan's aggravated assault charge to simple assault. As for the murder charges, each of the men still face, if convicted, they could spend the rest of their lives in prison. Morgan Norwood, ABC News, Brunswick, Georgia.
Well, coming up next, we are taking a look at some positive stories today for your lunch break, including a teenager changing the lives of over 400 elementary students. We'll have that story after the break. Well, here's a look at some positive stories today for your lunch break. Some 400 elementary school students in Chandler, Arizona have new shoes thanks to a 17-year-old. Sam Bregman spent the past several months raising hundreds of dollars to buy the kicks through the Shoes That Fit nonprofit. The students, many of whom come from low-income households, also got new Bomba socks and hand-signed letter. It's actually Bergman's second event this year, and he wants to do even more. Well, a special guest is debuting at New York's Metropolitan Opera. Polish artist Jakub Joseph Orlansky will be featured in a new show premiering today. Online videos for the performer have collected as many as 8 million views. It's because Orlansky sings in the higher counter-tenor range when a man performs in the vocal range of a woman. On top of that, he's an accomplished breakdancer and a model. Stick with us, we'll wrap up midday. Well, we want to thank you for watching Channel 7 News Midday. Hope to see you right back here today for Good Afternoon Arkansas at 3 o'clock and later tonight at 5 and 6. Have a great rest of your day.